everyone, this is Kalina, Divinity Destiny Diva. What is that? It's a woman full of purpose, a child of God. I'm a diva, right? What version of you is showing up today? Who is it that you want to be? What is it that you want in your life? You know, this woman I am today is much different than I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. As a child, as a teen, growing up and becoming a young woman, I was very naive. I was very controlled. I didn't have a voice. I wasn't strong enough. I had to go through those things so that I could be here today and be the woman I am today. And it's sad when I look back and I can write my story. It's sad, but you know, we all have gone through and have our own story. And many times I blamed it's sad to say, but I blamed my mother, because I felt that I wasn't strong enough because I didn't have that strong role model, but it was me too. And I can know now, I can't blame my mother, because she learned from what she was taught, and her mother before her learned from what she was taught. And that's just the generation of women that they went through, right? And what they had to go through. And the men that were in those generations, right? And it's changed so much now. As a grandmother now, hopefully my children, my grandchildren, they can see I am much stronger, and that they need to know that they can get through whatever they need to get through, and their life can be so much more, not financially more, I'm talking about just they themselves can be stronger. They can find their voice. They have a voice. You know, I have an 11-year-old little one, and she is so creative and just bouncy, crazy, right? Like nothing like I was when I was other, right? Like I wish I was more like that. I wish I had that charisma. I wish I had more of a voice like that. And but we're not like that. We're all different. You know, I'm creative. You know, the other one, she's creative and she likes music, and we just are all so different. And my little grandson, I wonder what he's going to be like. But we do not know the effect that we have on other people. And making someone smile and happy, my heart happy when I see my grandchildren succeeding and being and doing and becoming. And it's just beginning. Can you imagine another 10 years, 15 years, when these ones are going to start having their own children and being and having their own lives. You know, I'm starting to see my nieces and nephews, and they're starting to have their own children. And they're beautiful babies, beautiful children. And they've got so much energy and love, and as some would say, they got too much spirit. They're too loud, they're too busy, and it's just because they are so much, some reason they are so much stronger. And well, but they have more of a voice already. It's crazy that they have this voice that I likely didn't even have when I was like the 6-year-olds are like a teenager almost in some ways, right? In the way that their minds are, they're learning so much so fast. It's crazy, you know. And we each are so different, and it's again the time that we're living in, the generation, and we are supposed to be right here right now. I believe I'm supposed to be here right now. I've gone through all of that, and the universe, God has put me here for a reason, and it doesn't matter where or when, whatever this video gets to you, there's a reason why you're listening to it, why you're seeing it. Because I know when I look, there's not a lot of people watching my videos, and that's fine. But I am sending this out to the universe. And one day, it'll get to whoever it needs to be that's going to hear my voice. I'm saying these words for me just as much as I'm saying for you. And don't wait until you're 65. You know, I'm going to be 65 in a couple of weeks. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. I don't feel like that until I start going up the crazy stairs, right? I've got a new knee almost a year now. But it's just, you know, don't take that long just to become. Believe in yourself, trust yourself, love yourself. You know, if you don't have a grandmother or a sister or a loved one that's telling you or encouraging you, know that you are loved. You are so precious. There's so much out there for you, you know. And if you're one of my nieces or nephews or my cousins, one of my family members, know that you are loved. You're so precious to me. I know I recently, this past year, I've lost my father. And now I just lost a really good friend. She was like a mother to me. And it's just really sad to see her go. She was 93 years old, my dear Helga. You know, and I love her very much. She started off just, it was funny, I used to walk by her house with my children, taking them to kindergarten. I took my daughter to kindergarten, my son was in the stroller. I used to walk by her house and I used to think, oh, that house is beautiful. I wonder who lives in there, you know. And then we had bought a house in that area, and then we went to church, and there was a woman there that was really nice to me. And there was a woman's outing, and she said, come with me, I'll pay for you. And she was really generous, and she just, I'll treat you this time, right? You know, so that was just a really nice little meal. We all went out, and then we became friends, and I found out she was the lady that lived, she was my neighbor, and she was right there. And so Helga became very good friends. We used to go walk, we used to go out for lunch, we used to, you know, I used to go over to her place, she came to my place, you know, we'd spend Christmas together. You know, she met my family. When I'd have my family over, she was over. She got to know my mom and dad. And, you know, I knew her husband, and he was about my age when I met him. And he very soon, like after he retired, he got cancer and he was sick, and he ended up passing, and it was really sad. So for the last 25 years, Helga's been by herself, and you know, in a very lonely journey. She was very strong. She was happy most of the time, but she had lots of energy, and she was very, very giving, loving, caring. She used to make a plum pastry. It was like a cake with plum over Italian. We used to go to the market. I'd take her to the market, and we'd get these Italian plums, and then she'd make the beautiful, it was sort of like a cake that you put on it. It was really good. But you know, we don't know the impact that we make on each other, and the friendships that can become from a seed of just a smile, a happy time together. You know, even at work, you can make friends. I've got a best friend from work, and for over 20 years, you know, she's like my sister, but we don't know the impact that we have on each other. You know, it's we all need love. We all need to feel cared for and respected. I'm just honoring all of you. Ask God to bless you and take care of you and keep you safe. I've got cousins right now. They're out BC area, out where the fires are. And it's very sad. It's very sad. I've only seen them a couple of times in my life, but they're there, and I know. We chat like online, and that's one wonderful thing about all of this, right? We can chat, we can talk, we can see what's going on. We're not right there with them, but we can still be part of their lives. But it's just very sad. And life just like that can be gone. Like in Hawaii right now, that is just devastating. I cannot believe the fires. It just ate everything up, destroyed the families and the lives. Just so very, very sad. You know, life is changing. You hear about these fish now. They're like predator fish that are coming and eating the lobsters, right? Because they're moving because the silly water's getting too hot, and life keeps changing. The earth is changing, right? And we don't know from day to day the impact, little things that we're doing, like not using plastic, by putting things in recycling. So many things we are doing that are negatively affecting us, that we do to ourselves. even our health, right? There's so many things that are we are sabotaging ourselves, you know, and it's just sad, because why are we doing that? Why are we not thinking about, you know, what is ahead for us? Globally, everybody is, I can't say everybody because I know there's a lot of good people out there that are, we are all good people, but what I'm saying is that many of us take things for granted. We do. We take things for granted. We take our health. We take our home. We take our family. We take everything until it's too late, right? And then it's too late to go back and change things. I don't know. I don't know what we can do, how we can stop it. We have the electrical cars, and we don't have plastic bags anymore. And we just really careful about what we're doing with the earth, right? Appreciating what we have and loving people who we have in our lives. What is it that you're doing today that you know you need to change for yourself, for your family, globally? You know, this just doesn't touch one person, it touches everybody. It affects my grandchildren, affects my nieces and nephews, it affects everybody around me. It affects you. It affects you. You know, and this version of me right now as a grandmother, I wonder sometimes what it's going to be like. Are my children, are my grandchildren going to be able to be grandparents? What's it going to be like in another 50 years? And we all need to be responsible for each day, for each action, and our response to whatever we are doing out there. Life is so precious. Our children, our babies, our life. Just take that time for you today. What is it that you need today to make life better for yourself that's going to help impact? It's like we impact everything around us by what we're doing, what we're saying. I try to give back. I don't know if this will touch your heart or whatever it is but this is my one way of giving back. So whatever you're doing today, take care of you, love you, trust you, and do what you know in your heart you need to do to make things better. Be stronger. Use that voice that you've got. Right? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Life keeps changing. Look at this. It's crazy. I got all this hair and all this hair falling out. And Dad was 93 and he had a head full of hair. He had beautiful white hair. And it's just like, I've got so much hair. And it's crazy hair. Right? Oh well. Life keeps going on, right? You take care of you. This is Kalina, child of God, full of passion and purpose, divinity, destiny, diva. You rock. Yeah. Rock, diva, rock. Yeah. You take care of yourself.